Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy New Comic Book Day. The best day of the week. Hump Day, right?
It is indeed the best day of the week.
What
it
a
is
day.
Hump Day. Usually by the end of Wednesday, I'm no longer making sense and just go home and go to sleep. Or as some people believe, go rest in a coffin. But yeah, guys, it is Tuesday and it has already been a crazy, awesome week. We got a lot to talk about tonight, so bear with us if we move quickly. So we'll do our best to respond to all the comments and everything as normal, but we got a lot. But we also have a few giveaways to do too today, so this will be a lot of fun. We'll get there eventually, though.
Yeah, we're going to get there.
But we have to start off, of course, with some sad news first. I'm sure y'all have heard by now, Peter David tragically passed away on Saturday evening.
Mm-hmm.
He had been battling some health issues for quite some time. And yeah, we actually had the pleasure of hosting Peter David here years ago, back when Brad and I were both part-timers. I got to show him around. It was fun. But Peter David wrote some of the most legendary runs of both of them. Incredible Hulk, X Factor, Spider-Man. This dude wrote Star Trek, Aquaman. This guy did it all. And definitely gone way too soon.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. And we wish the best for all his fans, his family, and friends. And
yeah.
Next up, guys, don't forget, go ahead and get your submissions in for Heroes Con. We are currently taking those, are we not?
Yes, we are. We've already got a lot in already, too. That's great.
Guys, I cannot wait for talking Heroes Con.
Yes, please get your submissions in as soon as possible so we can know and plan our weekend out there.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know the drill. Drop them off, get it signed for you, get it graded for you, all that jazz. If you have any questions about that, please come by and ask. That's my favorite thing is we have so many new people asking us questions about how this works and wanting to do this. So this is fantastic. But yeah, guys, we're looking forward to getting your book signed for you.
Absolutely.
But you don't have to go to Heroes Con to get an amazing signature.
That is true, guys, because
next Saturday. A few things about this. This is not just another artist signing. This is an editor signing. This is the biggest creator we've had here at the shop, and that's the biggest creator that's been to Knoxville in recent memory, really. This man oversaw some of the big sweeping changes at Marvel Comics that that actually impacted a lot of our lives. He oversaw the creation of the Ultimate Universe, which led to the MCU. He oversaw the rise of street level heroes. That's how you get your Daredevil Netflix show. This guy did it all, and is an amazing artist. You know, his SIGs are 30 and 50, 30 raw, 50 graded. He has remarks available, and we'll have some awesome opportunities involving remarks moving forward. We'll tell you all about that.
Hell yes.
But yeah, guys, this is gonna be a fun event.
It's gonna be a big one, guys.
It is. It
and
really
we
is.
are all super excited. We cannot wait to host them here. And while we're at it, guys, please do not forget to go ahead and give this video a like. We greatly appreciate it. Share it out there. Let all your friends know what you're doing Tuesday evenings at 6 o'clock.
Yes, please share the video and please share the event on Facebook as well.
Yes.
We need to get that event out in many people's eyes as possible. We want everyone to show up and give Joe Quesada a good Knoxville welcome.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Some brand new news we got in today, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I hear you.
But it's happening.
Yeah.
We have got the first Marvel DC crossover in a very long time.
Yeah.
And they're pitting Batman and Deadpool.
I'll give him props for this. Way to break the internet.
Oh, let's see what you guys think.
Way to break the internet. And I would not have done those two. You know,
I would not.
I know that they've been wanting to do I know Bendis had wanted to do a Batman Daredevil crossover for years.
Mm-hmm.
The fact they're doing a Batman Deadpool crossover is a little weird.
They did a Batman Deadpool or Daredevil.
They did, yes,
a long time ago.
That's right. I forgot. Obviously, there'll be plenty of fun Slade jokes in here, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
But you got, for the Marvel team, you have Zeb Wells and Greg Capullo, which is kind of mud in your eye. That's Greg Capullo with the Marvel side, not DC. And, of course, the DC side, this is actually very interesting. It's Grant Morrison and Dan Mora. Two creators I would never put in the same room. Which is fantastic. All that to say, great stuff all around. Zeb Wells, that's a choice given Amazing Spider-Man history, but Zeb Wells has also written some amazing books outside of that, including Hellions, which I loved. So we're very interested to see what happens next. But yeah, our work chat was all aflutter with this today. talking about this. This was interesting. And meanwhile, Mark Millar made sure to make it all about him by teasing for days that he had announced it would come out the same day, but it was actually some Kickstarter thing, whatever. Which is typical Mark Millar. So great stuff.
John's saying he would have done Wolverine and Batman.
I get it. That is something. But you know, this will be opposites attract, maybe.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And Steven is very suspicious, as am I, Steven, as am I.
I am indeed too, yes. But that is some interesting stuff. So that's some fun comic news though for the day.
Absolutely. You know? And guys, we have also got another very fun event coming up here this coming Saturday.
Yes.
Grant, start us off, and then we're going to bring somebody up.
Yes, we have a guest to tell us a few more about this. But guys, we are having a Kickstarter launch party. We're hosting a Kickstarter launch party this Saturday for our friends at Resolute Bliss Publishing. Mm-hmm. But to tell you more about Resolute Bliss Publishing, we have no other than our good friend and my occasional Viking partner, Brad Mulchin. Let's go ahead and get him in here.
Let's get him.
This is where we have it.
Hey! Two Brads on one
Two Brads.
Getting double Bradded tonight.
How you doing today, Brad?
Good, man. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
So we've got the launch party coming up this Saturday. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect from this Saturday and from Resolute Bliss moving forward.
Right. So Resolute Bliss is your hometown comic publisher. 1993 is when Resolute Bliss under Dark Visions Publishing launched the first book. This was also kind of a conglomerate. There's 3 other stories in there. Mm-hmm. But that's what got the ball rolling. I think there was 7 issues. Here's the second one. The third one. So by the time the third one came out, Paradox was the big story. That's my co-owner, my cousin, Rick Mulchin's story. And then, if I'm not mistaken, here comes Paradox 1 with the Joe Linsner cover.
Hell yeah.
And for your hometown publishers, this is what people remember. Joe Linsner doing Deceit here on the cover. So it's awesome. Rick didn't let off. Now, keep in mind, I'm 11 years old during this time, so I'm not contributing much.
Sure.
But then he followed up with Boris Vallejo, who wasn't super well known in the comic industry, but in the art scene, he was huge, and this was his first comic cover. Resolute Bliss published a couple of other books. This is Alphabet by the interior artist for Paradox, Eric Treadaway. Eric Treadaway worked for McFarlane Toys, now owns his own toy company, the Four Horsemen. So we've been around. We're glad to be back. I'm going to say I conned Rick into this. You know, Rick is one of those guys who is working 4 jobs and is super high energy and going everywhere. So I kind of got him back. I said, you've got to finish your story, man. I want to know how it ends.
This is true. I remember Brad just bugging him about it every time he came to the comic shop saying, hey man, you got to finish this story and everything. So this is true.
And we're the yin and the yang. I'm actually a pretty quiet person. You put a camera in front of me and I start singing, but in general, I'm a quiet person. He's very outspoken. So I'm kind of the guy that keeps us on track. We both write entirely different. My stories are totally different from any of his stories. His characters are different from mine. And we're just glad to be back. We are going to be there Saturday to launch the first book, Paradox Reckonings. It will catch you up on the books I just shown you. And there will be updated art from Eric Treadaway in there, as well as our good friend Les Gardner in that book, who is also going to be there Saturday with us.
Yeah.
So Rick has also got a tour book that should be here Saturday that's going to have stories from all his, from Oz and Paradox is going to have short stories in there from the comic. And then it's also going to have exclusive stories in there. So we're very happy to have that. He's bringing in some light hors d'oeuvres. He's got some other people coming. We've got a cosplayer who's going to be Zatanna. And here's what Rick's going to do, or here's what we're going to do. Take a picture with us in the booth, or take a picture with Zatanna in front of the booth, and post it on your social media and tag us, and then we are going to draw. The grand prize winner is a copy of a Jay Lee cover, signed by Jay Lee, signed by Les Gardner, signed by Matt Wilson. Matt Wilson's been to the store here before.
He did our Dick Tracy cover last year.
Yeah, Dick Tracy, right. and signed by Rick. I think that's everybody. Matt, Les, Rick, Jay Lee. Oh, and Les. Yeah. So you're going to have all those signatures. That's the grand prize. And then there's also going to be 4 other prizes. I think he's giving away some shirts and stuff. But we want to talk to you. We're your hometown comic people. We're making comics. I'm going to be giving away stickers and buttons. Stop by the table. Say hello. We want to talk to you. We want to hear your feedback. Yeah. We're so happy that Nirvana's huge. You guys do it. We're sandwiched in between some awesome weekends. I mean, you just had Justin Mason there, which was insane. But
that was a fun day.
Yeah, that was great, man. He's such a cool guy. And as I said to him, it's nice to meet somebody that talks like us.
That is true. It is pretty cool getting someone who's writing or drawing Spider-Man and Fantastic Four, and it sounds like he's from around here.
Yeah, right. When I say y'all, I just don't get stared at.
I know, right?
It's like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well,
and then you got Joe Quesada coming. That's huge.
Yeah,
it's going to be wild.
It is. Oh my gosh, it still seems like it's not happening. Like it's like a fairy tale or something. But
don't say that, Greg. Do not say that.
But yeah, guys, come out this Saturday. Support Resolute Bliss Publishing. It is your hometown comic publication company. They're doing some awesome things. They've been great to us. They've been great to all the other stores in town. They were just on the Comics Exchange podcast, which is my favorite comic podcast. You should always listen to.
Absolutely.
And they actually do a Thursday night live stream show every Thursday night. They just had Rocky from Crypto Comics on last Thursday. You should absolutely give that episode a listen to. But yeah, guys, Brad, thank you so much for joining us. Do you have anything else you need to say before we? We
got one more guest that's going to be there. So you've got both the guys, me and Rick from Resolute Bliss. You got Les coming down. You've got Zentana cosplaying, and we've also got James Joseph Jones there, who is a horror writer. I think he's more coming to see what we do, but he's going to be there. If you like to talk horror books with him, he's there. Like I said, we want your feedback. We want to hear what you got to say. Come talk to me. Rick will be there. You can harass him about Paradox. Why it took him 30 years to get it back out. We're ready for all of it.
Busy guy. He's a busy guy. Now, I know you guys just started launched the Kickstarter on the podcast, which I've been listening to. It's a great podcast. So I've got the link for the Kickstarter down below. Go there, guys. As we always say, even if they've hit the goal, still. Please keep helping them out. Every little bit helps.
Rick's got some crazy covers. I mean, he's got covers from everybody. I mean, you'll see a cover on that Kickstarter that you like. I promise.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Super excited. And while we've got you here, since we were talking about Les, guys, you all know we've been talking about this for 2 weeks. So we've got a few people. Let's see how many signed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I got to say, guys, I'm a little disappointed, though. Only 8 people commented, but hey, one of you 8 is going to get the ash can for Brides number 1. We're going to do it right now. I've got all your names here in the random.org. So give me a number from 1 to 9, Brad.
Oh, 1 to 9. I'm going to shoot there with number 1.
Oh, okay. Then I am going to randomize this one time, and whoever's the top spot, that's who's going to get it. We're going to randomize it.
And it's malware. Kidding.
No, it is David WI6KK.
Nice.
David, congratulations. You are the winner of the Brides Ash Can. Reach out to us. Is David, is that?
No idea.
Okay, David. Well, if you're watching this, reach out to us. If you're elsewhere in the country,
we'll ship it to you.
We'll ship it to you. So no worries there. Just reach out to us either through Facebook or on Instagram, and we'll get this bad boy to you. If you don't, we're just going to have to do it again next week and give it to somebody else.
Exactly.
But it is yours for the time being. Brad, thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to celebrate and launch this bad boy this coming Saturday.
Absolutely. And if you can't make it this Saturday, resolutebliss.com. As soon as you go to it, the first paragraph, there's a button. Put your email in, and we're not going to harass you every week. We might be bi-weekly at the most, but we're just going to tell you what's going on with all our books, because we've got a bunch coming out, and we've got some great covers, great artists, and I know you'll find something you enjoy.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. It's good to see you all.
ResoluteBliss.com right down in there. And again, the Kickstarter is in the show notes. All right. We'll see you all this weekend, bud.
All right. See you guys Saturday.
See you, bud.
All right.
All right, let me get that banner off of there. Thank you so much to Brad. That was awesome. What time is the event this weekend? I think it's all day, right?
Yeah, it's all day.
Yes. Yes, John,
yes.
this event is happening in Knoxville.
And
It
David
right in the
is local,
store.
apparently. Yes. So there we go.
Oh, perfect.
There
Cool.
we go.
Awesome, David. Yeah, reach out to us. This is yours. We'll leave that right up there for you. All right, guys. Again, if you could, give this video a like. We greatly appreciate it. The more you like and the more you comment, the more views these videos always get. It's
true.
that tricky little algorithm, and it helps us out if you guys help us out also. All right, let's get into some of the books of the week. I know I got to read a few. Grant is going to have to help us out with the rest of these. All right, guys. First up, we've got The Goddamn Tragedy.
It was indeed a goddamn tragedy.
Which I read at work, and it's quite the story. This is a one-shot. This is from Oni Press, right?
It is from Oni Press,
Yep.
and Chris Condon is the
Chris
writer who you may recognize from That Texas Blood,
Mhm.
The Enfield Gang Massacre. He is currently writing Ultimate Wolverine
Mhm.
and Green Arrow, which is was a wild card there. But we've
Mhm.
gotten to meet him a couple times. He does want to come and visit us sometime soon. We're working on that.
Ooh.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm really glad.
MegaCon.
And I'm really glad he's writing books like this still. So it's not just all superhero stuff. Like
Mhm.
he's still keeping that Western roots. But
Yeah.
basically, this is a Donner Party-esque, Mount through the Mountains,
Mhm.
and a girl, the one survivor, is telling the horrible, haunting story of what happened.
Yep.
It's basically Yellow Jackets meets the Donner Party meets American Primeval. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
very fun if you're a fan of Westerns or horror or tragedies.
Yep. This will get you where you need to go, guys.
Mhm.
Definitely highly recommended. Next up, we've got a new Giant Size X-Men #1. Grant,
So,
what is going on in Giant Size?
There's a lot going on here. It's a lot to unpack. So I'm going to first just stress that this is weird. Basically, what we're having a character that is in her time travel back to a famous X-Men event, which is the Dark Phoenix Saga. That was actually teased during Timeless earlier this year.
Yeah, I remember
At the beginning, actually. Miss Marvel should not be here at this event. Also, too, what's crazy is the X-Men that are there, they know who she is. Why is that? Because several of the core X-Men were brought to the present from the past back when Bendis was writing everything at Marvel, and they were around for a couple of years before they got sent back. When she shows up, so it's like a time travel and a time travel and a time travel thing, which is how Miss Marvel gets here at this X-Men event. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that part's kind of clever. That's kind of cool.
Gotcha.
But because Cyclops and her were on a superhero team together.
Mhm.
So there actually is a history. And that is the best thing about this book. The rest of it, I'm not saying it's bad. I don't know why we're having to sandwich Miss Marvel into X-Men.
Sure.
I like her as her own thing,
Sure.
like the TV show.
I
want to
mean,
see
they're
her
doing it
in her.
because of the MCU.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'd rather her be, doing, things in her own book.
Mhm.
So that being said, this is a crazy story so far. It teases a new character. So the thing about X-Men is you can always pull some super deep secret character out of nowhere.
Sure.
There's always a secret. Charles Xavier had a gazillion secrets.
Mhm.
And that is probably the best thing about the X-Men is there's always some deep, dark thing that someone on the team did
Mhm.
and covered up. At one point, Hank McCoy was the most genocidal monster.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about an alternate evil version.
Nope.
Regular Hank McCoy became fully evil. And then a younger clone of him came out and stopped him. Hank McCoy he went full-blown evil. That is in him.
Blown.
Cyclops was a Lee Terrace at one point. And like I said, Charles Xavier always has a gazillion secrets that he's hiding. So this is leading into some of that. And maybe Miss Marvel, with her optimism, is the perfect person to throw up a kind of a contrast to that. So maybe that's what they're doing. But either way, a lot's going on in this book, and there's going to be a lot more to tell.
Sweet. Next up, we've got The Pale Knight.
So this is a little more straightforward. It's by Peter Milligan, is it? Yeah, Peter Milligan. He is it's basically a knight comes back from the Crusades during the time of the bubonic plague. His child's dying. He makes a deal with death. This is very much a what's that movie where the knight's playing chess with death the entire time? Seventh Seal, something Seal. If you know the title of this movie, good on you and put in the comments. That's awesome. But it's a very straightforward medieval horror book.
Dig it. Next up, I know nothing about what's going on in the Venom universe.
Okay, so
Give me-
I can actually help with this. Venom, was it First Sin or something? Original Sin.
Original Sin. Yeah.
It's a so whenever Marvel does this, whenever they're doing kind of crazy things with a character, they usually have a sidebar series to like give you some normalcy. So this is Eddie Brock kind of looking back on some past events with his old out of time thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
And seeing what's it's just a fun Venom book.
Sure.
With all the characters that are associated with Venom. So love it. No, it depends if you're a Venom fan or not.
Sure.
If you're a Venom fan, you will love this book. If you're not, you will not care.
Very nice. I got to read Mr. Terrific #1, year 1. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Kind of gave me some backstory to Mr. Terrific and the tech that they have been trying to implement. And
there's not a lot of Mr. Terrific solo books out
no?
there. Actually, there's none. Yeah, he shows up in series where he's like the main character, but like he doesn't usually get his own series. Oh, he had one in New 52. Sorry, forgot about that.
That's right.
Good,
That's right.
But this is a great character, and my favorite book with him is Strange Adventures. So this is I'm really glad to see him get his own series.
Seventh Seal.
That's it. Yes, thank you.
That's it. All right, John is going to take a Wolverine. We can do that for you, John. It's down here, or not Wolverine, Venom. I don't know why I said that. Next up, guys, the Hush 2 storyline continues in Batman 160. I have still not read 158. So here we go. It sounds like it's going great.
It is. And actually, it is. There's a lot happening in this book, guys. If you're not reading this, please read it. It's fantastic.
Way to sell them on it, Grant. Love it. Next up is Dark Honor.
Okay, I went through a roller coaster of emotions reading this book. So let me lay it down for you. This is a mob John Wicky book. It's supposed to be like that. It's John Wick taking place during the onset of COVID-19 in New York City.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of COVID talk in it. So if you're one of those people that says, I don't want to ever think about COVID again and won't read anything that has anything to do with it, you should avoid this book. But
are there people out there that say they don't want to have anything?
Well, they just don't like to read books. Like, I've mentioned COVID, I don't want to read this anymore. There's a lot of people like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's something that happened.
I mean, it happened. Yeah, I know. It's just people are weird.
Okay.
But anyway, this book is it starts off with a mob war breaking out. And so this hitman gets released from prison because of COVID, as did a lot of criminals. So I thought that was kind of cool. I didn't think about that. It's a cool way to set up your main character getting out of prison, because they always have the dramatic "you're getting out of prison" thing, and they use COVID as the reason they were getting out.
Okay.
And I was like, oh yeah, because so many people got out of prison early. Like Bill Cosby got out, which sucked. But anyways, what's the best thing? My favorite scene in this book though is this our hero is coming through the station at New York City, and she's the only one that's coming. They tell her, you're the only person going to New York City, and it's just abandoned. And I forgot about that. I had a Facebook friend who had just moved out to LA to become an actor during COVID, and they took a photo as they're driving down the highway. No one's there, and you never see that. Sure. And so this is like, this is actually setting up a really cool setting for a mob war. So, so this was an interesting start to an action series. Ethan Sachs did it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So this was setting a mob war during COVID. Like that's a cool idea.
I'm into that. Yeah, I'll definitely read this.
Absolutely.
Sure. And this is another one that I didn't get to read while I was at work, but I was super upset I didn't get to it yet. But
okay.
I'm 100% gonna take this bad boy home and read it.
So this book got announced at Comics Pro, which is one of the bigger comic book, like retailer conventions.
Yeah.
Like this is one for us that we go to learn stuff. We didn't get the chance to go this year because money. But anyways, this was like the last thing they announced. This took the comic book universe by storm, because they announced a 60 issue printing commitment. They're doing 60 issues. This whole thing's been written of 60 issues.
Damn.
Yes, and this first book is a thick boy.
Oh yeah,
it is 112 pages. It is insane. Basically, guys, the book's called The Future is Fucked, just like the title sounds. It's about hackers. It's about AI. Each book has a QR code that you can do to do fun hacker-based games and activities. They're interested in messing around with you a bit. This is an interactive title.
I love
this
that.
is fun.
Okay.
This is so fun, but it is a space opera / sci-fi cyberpunk book. It's like, kind of like Lazarus, which is an anime out that's right now. If you're not watching that, you really should. It's kind of like that. So guys, if you claim in this show that you would like this book added to your box, we will give you one of these free guide to keeping cyber safe pamphlets that they sent us to give away for free.
Very nice.
Also, so yeah, there's a lot of fun things with this book. So if you'd like to add this book to your pull box, they actually sent us the wrong copies. We got the 404 variants, which means it's $4.04. That's the price of the book. Kind of funny. There's a bit of a printing issue, but it is, yes. So it's a lot. It says for $4.04 is the price of the book, and this is free, of course.
Really, it's only $4 for that big old fat boy?
It's not supposed to.
Oh, okay.
So we're just doing something kind of cool. We'll get like the regular price books too, but so basically we will kind of be taking a hit on this book because we're supposed to get another type of another price book. Is gonna be like about $10 basically, but we're going to do the $4.04 for you guys because I want you all to read this book because this is a company that's trying something new. They're not being like other companies that are all spectacle and kind of do it on the backs of shops and everything. They're actually like doing a really good job of doing like a book tour with other shops and everything. I'd love to have them here some point. But we want you all to read this book. It sounds like it's going to be a fun ride.
Cool. All right. Eric's going to take one. We got Ian's going to take one. Give me just a second. Let's not flood it. The future. Let's see. And then we will get into our variants. Okay, Ian, I got you. Eric Jack, got you next. I'm just gonna put future. You'll know what that means. Let's not go dead air. Keep talking.
God, sorry. playing work. All right, we'll get ready to get the variants going. Yeah. So where's the stands?
Oh yeah.
Aha! It's not just me. But yeah, while he's doing that, I just want to say if you're not watching Andor, I just started season 2 the other night. It's fantastic. It's amazing. You should watch it.
I need to watch it.
Better win an Emmy because that show is amazing.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Greg's gonna take one.
Word. All right, Jordan, you got some slabs here too. You need to come by and get from MegaCon.
Oh, nice.
And some graphic novel orders you did too. Big ones.
Greg, I gotcha. John.
No might take one either. You take one or you don't. No might. Do or do not. There is no try.
Jordan Cup.
Ah! I lost the plot. Maybe. Yeah, I think I have.
I don't know what you're talking about. Steven is going to take one. Woo! We got people. Oh, wait. Steven, I already got you on here, I think.
We're good. And I think
Derek.
There we go.
All right, guys, don't forget, we have got a Whatnot stream.
Yes, tonight. Yes, at what time? 7?
Yes.
Oh, shit. That's in like half an hour. That's awesome. Yes, we Whatnot stream immediately after this. We'll be going over some fun books and everything.
Cool.
Definitely be there. Always getting stands. And also, too, what time are you guys getting here, getting live for Joe Quesada? That's what I want to know. We have people getting here the night before for Ramos. How early are you going to get here? Because we'll be doing some giveaways. So the first people get in line, as we always do. So I better. There we go.
Greg, I think I got you already.
All right.
Greg, yeah, I got you.
All right.
All right. Give them a new.
All right. We have a 1 in 25 Morazzo variant for Sword Crisis events. This is the interior artist for Ice Cream Man. It is homaging the classic Justice League crossover with Earth 2. So definitely recommend that. We also have a Carnage 1 in 25 Davila variant for $14.99. Each of these is $14.99.
Nice.
All right. For Dark Honor, we have a 1 in 10 for $7.99. And Department of Truth, we have, that's a cool cover. We have a badass 1 in 10 cover for Department of Truth for $7.99.
What is his Department of Truth on right now?
30. Wow, 30. Wow, man.
Way to go.
We also have a 1 in 25 Gane, a variant for Department of Truth for $14.99. And a 1 in 10 Rodriguez variant for $7.99 for Feral. Nice. It's a version Bleaks variant. Or the Trish Forster. One of those. Alrighty. We have a 1 in 25 Phil Hester variant for Justice League Unlimited. Love me some Phil Hester. And a 1 in 10 Magic 1 in 10 Momoko variant for $7.99, $14.99. and $7.99. There we go. Good.
This, Eric? Eric, did you want the 1 in 10 feral? If not,
Make sure we
Ian.
say the title. We have multiple, so we can do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Ian's going to take a feral. Eric, let me know which one you wanted, the 1 in 10. Ian.
We have the last boy. We have the 1 in 10 Hardened Virgin variant. If you're interested. That's something not supposed to be in there.
Part of the truth.
Okay. Word. We have a 1 in 25 Rosmo variant for Absolute Martian Manhunter for $14.99. And the 1 in 50 Crystal variant, which is probably my favorite variant of this week, for $39.99. Look at this cover. It's amazing.
That's sorry.
We have a 1 in 25 Sweeney Boo variant for The Mummy.
Has anybody been keeping up with that Mummy series?
Mummy?
Uh-huh.
I have not. No, I need to. We have a 125 McGinnis variant for Predator versus Spider-Man 2 for $14.99.
Which is another one I didn't get to read
yes.
this week, but I'm super excited.
Also, Jonathan, this variant is already in your pull box as you requested. But it's $14.99, and we have $14.99 as that.
How much were the Absolute Martian Man?
The 125 is $14.99, and the 150 is $29.99.
150, 1 in 25.
So awesome. I goofed earlier and said $39.99 for the 150. That is not the correct price. It's $29.99. So $30, yes.
Gotcha. Brian Kipley says
The Mummy's been excellent.
the money has been excellent.
There we go.
Steven's going to take the 1 in 25 for Absolute.
Word. For Void Rivals, we have a 125 Kinete variant for $14.99. Actually, met the guy, super nice. And then Superman 26, we have a 125 Henry variant for $14.99.
Hell yeah.
We have the Wolverine Kitty Pride Iagua variant for $14.99, as well as this 125 McLaren variant for Absolute Wonder Woman. It's $14.99. Then we have a 1 in 50 Stephanie Hans variant for $29.99. And a 1 in 25 Giant Size X-Men variant for $14.99. And then lastly, we have a 1 in 50 for, this one is actually $39.99.
That one's sweet.
150 Giant Size X-Men Mystique cover.
That's a good looking book right
It
here.
is indeed.
Alrighty.
We have a 125 Ultimate Spider-Man variant is $14.99. And a 1 in 100 Ultimate Spider-Man, which is gorgeous. It is $69.99.
New issue's really good.
It is really good. We have the 1 in 25 Shubina variant for Pinup Apocalypse number 3. It is $69.99. And we have a 1 in 50 N-Huck Lee variant for Batman. It is $29.99. Finishing up, we have a 1 in 50 Homar variant for $29.99 G.I. Joe. We have a 1 in 10 Cha variant for The Goddamn Tragedy. It is $7.99. We have this really awesome 1 in 25 Kalak variant for G.I. Joe. It is $14.99. We have a 1 in 25 Award variant for Harley Quinn. It's $14.99. A 1 in 25 Justice League variant is $14.99. It's Trad Moore, I believe. And we have the Future is Fucked Sally Ashcan for $39.99.
Very nice, guys. Let us know if there's anything
Good.
that you are interested in that we've got. What do you got there?
Rapid fire
Hit
clearance.
'em up.
All right, guys. We have the rapid fire clearance comics. As soon as I'm done with this, we can take no more offers on these. You guys know how it goes. We're one of these rapid fire ratio variant clearance ones real quick. Battle Beast 125, $9.99. 1 in 50 Ward variant for Superman Unchained. It is $19.99. 1 in 50 Supergirl variant. It is $19.99. 1 in 25 Absolute Flash variant is $9.99. All right, very clear. And
Give me a second.
give them a second.
Of course.
Of course. You have a second.
Let us know if you want
Another
to
second.
throw cheap.
Yep.
And if not, be sure to go check us out on our Whatnot stream here in about 25 minutes. We will be going for an hour, trying to push some of them new books.
And where else we can find the shop? We're a comic book store, so you know we'll have other cool shit in there.
Dylan, do you have a pull box with us?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Battle Beast.
Yeah, buddy.
25. And then somebody wanted the Supergirl. Wait.
Andrew Crabtree.
Oh, Crabtree.
You got, buddy. Well, save you some eBay fees. All right, guys, that wraps up our.
Here.
Yeah, we got it in your pull box.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that wraps up our show. We have a lot of information coming at you, a lot of events, a lot of books,
A lot of stuff.
a lot of stuff. Make sure you don't take any of it for granted.
Thank you all so much. We will see you all here in about 25 minutes. And for the rest of you, we will see you all hopefully this weekend. And if not, we'll see you all next week. All right, guys, have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.